Okay, I'm not gonna start yet because I myself am on YouTube Live and seems like it's not streaming. For those who are already in attendance on other platforms, can you guys let me know if you see me? Okay, I see myself now. Okay, cool. Hey everyone, hi. How's everyone going? Just a reminder, as usual, I know some of you on YouTube, some of you are on Facebook, some of you are on Vantage's website or whichever platform it is you are on. If you need to ask me anything, you guys need to update me or anything, you can just type in a chat box and I will be able to see it from my side. Okay, so how's everyone? Can you guys just say hi so I know who is here? Because now that we've moved to like YouTube, this platform, I don't really get to see who's in attendance and who's not. Hey, oh Jacob. Hey Jacob, how's it going? I'm so glad to see you here all the time. It makes me feel like you're very persistent. Hey Johns. Hey. Hey Brian. Hey Rick. Hey Will. Okay, again, chat overlay. Let me see. Let's just give everyone else like a minute or two to settle in. Hey Anderson. It's so funny. It's like I see so many people talking. But I don't know who is actually in the webinar and who's not. Okay, by the way, little update. We might be moving to Zoom moving forward. Not sure yet, but I'm sure Vantage will keep you guys in the loop. Okay, because we find that sometimes with YouTube there is a little bit of a lag. YouTube and even like Anderson, Brian, and answering me on Facebook. So we realized that it's a lag. Sometimes I ask you guys questions. It's you guys take a while to respond back to my question. I think it's because there's like by the time my question gets to you guys, it's like 10 or 15 seconds delay. So we're gonna move to a different platform to see if it works better. Okay, I'm sure Vantage will be updating you guys on that. All right, okay. We're just gonna start, and whoever wants to join can join whenever they're ready. So hi everyone, welcome to our Thursday trading strategy clinic. So we do this every week. We take you guys on Monday for market updates and basically forecast and fundamental analysis. Tuesdays we do topical. Topical is when we cover basic things on trading, can be technical analysis, fundamentals, it can be trading psychology, risk management. It's basically basic things or the skills needed to get you to the next level as a trader and to help you be better traders. Okay, today's Thursday. Thursday is trading strategy clinic. Today's the day I show you guys the strategy we use here at Everest Fortune Group. This is a strategy that we have spent a lot of time back testing. We also spend a lot of research time, and people were involved in looking for these profitable strategies, and we're here to share them with you guys. Okay. So yeah, let's start. Oh, what happened? What happened? Okay, just give me a sec. I think my slides just disappeared. Just give me a sec. Let me see if I can get them back. I mean, they're just the introduction, so it doesn't really matter, but okay, give me a sec. Okay, there you go. There it is. I don't know why it would just disappear. Okay, back to screen sharing. Just give me a sec, guys. I don't know why it keeps disappearing. It's totally fine. Never happened before, to be honest. Okay. Okay, sorry about that. Not sure what happened. Never happened to me before, so I wouldn't have known how to fix it. Okay, let's move on to the introduction of who we are. So we are Everest Fortune Group. We're doing collaboration with um Vantage Markets, right? So we are bringing you guys this webinars. So a little bit about us. We are a Singapore fintech company, certified fintech company based in Singapore. We are the finalists for 2019, 2020, 2021 for Best Forex and Equity, Best Forex and Best Equity Research. So we spend a lot of time researching strategies, back testing. These are the things that not many people want to do, but we do it so that we can bring it to you guys, and hopefully you guys can implement it into your own trading strategy. Okay, so a little bit about our team. We've got Desmond, the CEO and chief trader. And for those who don't already know me, I see people who are saying hi. Mostly are regulars, right? Probably some new ones here today. Okay, but our regulars would already know me. But for those who don't already know me, my name is Cassandra. You can call me Cass. I'm a prop trader and an investment analyst here at Everest Fortune Group. So what I do is, again, hey Muhammad, welcome, Muhammad, Sweden. Okay, I do a lot of research and backtesting as well, and I'm also a prop trader here at Everest Fortune Group. So I mean, those who are regulars here, you would have heard this a million times, but again, it's more for the new people. In terms of trading, I've been trading for a few years and I have passed my Forex fund and FTMO like 4 times. So for those who don't know what these are prop trading tests that requires you to be profitable, to bring at least 10% profit within the month without having a drawback of 5% within the month. So I've successfully done that like 4 times already. Proving that my strategy does work and that it will also be the strategy that I share with you guys today. Okay. So yeah, I hope you guys get something out of this webinar. If not, at least you get to see how someone else's usually trade. Okay, so you guys already know how this works. Disclaimer. This webinar is purely educational. Please remember that. And nothing in this webinar should be construed as trading or investment advice. So please do your own diligence before trading. A risk warning: trading Forex or CFDs carries significant risk and is not suitable for all investors. The risk is increased, especially. Yep, serious rules. Hey, strength boosters. Yes, daily drawdown of 5%. Not, I don't think it's. Yeah, daily drawdown of 5%. You cannot have more than 5%. If you have more than 5% in a day, they immediately take your account away. Why can't I work with you from Syria? You can work with me. Okay, so this disclaimer is really important because whatever I share with you guys just need to remember that it is just my trading strategy. This is the way I trade and how I grow my account. I just want to remind you guys that although this is how the trading strategy or the trading style that I use to grow my account, it does not necessarily mean it is the only strategy out there that is profitable. Okay, there is so many strategies out there that works. I'm just sharing with you one way that have been working for me. Okay, so please do not jump into any trades unless you agree with the analysis. Okay, only take the trade at your own risk. Okay, so that's that with the introduction. Let's move on straight to the live chart so that we can spend more time on the live charts today. Okay, can you guys see my charts? Can you guys let me know if you see my charts? Okay, it's really weird. I swear you guys are getting my questions really, really late. Like, I'm asking the question at 5:10, but you guys are only responding to my question at 5:11 and 30 seconds, right? So it probably takes a minute for like the message to get conveyed to you guys. Like, that's why we find that with YouTube there is kind of like a lagging, like a lag, right? So we're gonna try again. Like I said, we might be trying Zoom soon, but Vantage will update you guys. Okay, if you guys have any instrument or any pair, it doesn't matter what it is. It can be Forex, crypto, stocks, index, whatever it is. If there's anything you want me to analyze, you can drop your request in the chat box. Okay, it can be something that you're already in, it can be something that you're looking to get in. Maybe you just want a second view of how that chart looks to someone else. We can do that together. So usually I don't prepare any charts for you guys for the live sessions because you guys usually have requests. So I'm gonna wait for you guys to request. If not, then we can just go through charts and see if we find something, a good trade. Okay, so because today is trading strategy clinic, I'm the whole point of today's webinar is to share the strategy with you guys. Okay, so there's multiple strategies that I use to grow my account. It depends on the charts, right? So if I look at the charts, let's say I have strategy A, B, C, D in mind. Okay, I have to look at the charts and ask myself, okay, which strategy fits the charts the best? So when I'm looking at a chart that is going sideways, for example, so the strategy I want to be using is to wait for a breakout, right? If if I see a trend line breakout, right, the strategy I'll be using is a trend line breakout pullback. Okay, if I see a Fibonacci extension, the strategy I want to be using is the Nike tick strategy, which I will teach you guys. And on a daily basis, the strategy that I use most commonly to grow my account is to play continuations. Okay, continuations I find is the easiest way, it's the easiest strategy. It's not hard to spot. Actually, it may be quite hard. The hard part is finding trend. Okay, to play continuations, you need to first find the trend. That means you need to first establish if price is going on an uptrend or going on a downtrend. Okay, because if it's going on a downtrend, that means you're looking to get in on the continuation of a sell. If it's going on an uptrend, you're looking to get in the continuation of a buy. So that's the normal strategy that I use when I'm trading. Let's look at these charts to see if we can establish any trend. Right now, I don't really see a obvious trend. Okay, probably a slight uptrend, right? There's probably some bullishness happening right here. Let's see if I can draw a channel. Nope. No channel at all. Let me see if I can adjust this in a way that the channel would fit, right? No, it wouldn't be the best looking channel unless, okay, if we draw it in this way, we plot it in this way, then yes, the channel might be valid. Okay, how confident am I with this uptrend? I do think there is an uptrend, like probably not the best looking uptrend, right? Let me see if I can get this. Okay, this is the best I can draw the channel. So this is the uptrend. I do see an uptrend on EURJPY. How long is the trend gonna last? I'm not sure. That's why we're here to analyze and find out. Okay, so usually once I find an uptrend, I want to look for a buy entry. Okay, why I want to look for a buy entry? Because I want to get in on the continuation of this uptrend. Okay, so whenever I'm looking for continuation, I'm looking for a pullback. That means it's going up, it's higher high, it's making highs, it's making higher high, low, higher low, higher high. Okay, this is questionable. This low, okay, higher low, right? And it's not making higher highs anymore. So this is the question here. It's not making higher highs anymore. That's why I do think it is an uptrend. But how strong the uptrend is, moderate, I guess, right? Okay, so hopefully we can try to get in on this buy here. Okay, that's what we've established on the daily chart. Let's move on to the 4 hours. Let's move on to the 4 hours to see what we can establish. Daily chart, we've established that price is moving in a channel. Now, what we want to do on the 4 hours is to see what other information we can find. Okay, so here is the problem that I see on the 4 hours. On the daily, it may be moving on an uptrend, but on the 4 hours, it looks like there is a downtrend. Do you guys see that? Do you guys see that? So I would say a longer term uptrend, probably a short term downtrend. This is going to be the question. If price gets to this area, it's going to be a question. Is it going to break and continue in that downtrend, or is it going to reverse here? Right? Okay, so this is that area in question right now. So let's highlight some levels. Let's highlight some levels to see if we can get anything at all. Take note, if we look at a chart and we cannot establish anything probable, okay, the word here is probable. If we cannot find a trade that is probable, we're going to move on. Why? Because there is so many charts to look at on a daily basis. There's so many forex pairs, that there's cryptocurrencies, there's forex, there's stocks, there's so many things, there's index, there's so many things to chart and look for. If you look at a chart and you don't see anything probable, just move on. Do not force it. Do not try to find a trade if you can't find a trade on a particular pair. Just move on. There's no point forcing it. Okay, we're gonna try to see if it is even possible to find a trade on this, right? You will never know unless you properly analyze it. If you can, again, move on. Okay, immediately I don't think that this is a good chart, because one, okay, take note that this area, right, this area is the ascending channel from the daily chart. Okay, but this area here, but right now price is moving in a descending channel on the smaller time frames. Okay, so the problem here is there's already going to be some conflict that is going on. When I want to get into a continuation, I want to get a continuation on charts that all says the same thing. I want everything to tell me that, yep, it's for sure a sell, for sure it's a sell. But right now there's going to be a bit of conflict. I don't really I prefer not taking the risks. There's probably some traders out there who would analyze this in a way like they could find a sell or buy, but I prefer not taking the risk because there's going to be some conflict. I much prefer if there was not an existing downtrend. I much prefer as price, if it's just an uptrend, price gets here and I get in on a buy. Okay, or if not, the other thing you can consider is wait for the break of the ascending trend line. Ascending channel. If there is a break of the ascending channel, then yes, it's a confirmation that price is going to continue moving in this downtrend. Okay, but at this current point of time, it's too not much information, to be honest. Price is just in the middle of nowhere, so not much information. Okay, other than that, I don't have anything else for EURJPY other than that it's moving in a smaller channel, but a bigger and a smaller downwards channel or descending channel, but a bigger upwards ascending channel on the daily charts. Okay, for those who are wondering or new here, valid channels, you need to have 2 touches on top and 2 at the bottom. Okay, 2 touches on top and 2 at the bottom to make it a valid channel. Okay, so that's all I have for EURJPY. If you guys have any more requests, do request it right now. If not, I'm going to go into your favorite goal. You guys already know. It's usually a lot of requests on goal. Not sure why you guys didn't request goal today. Okay, let's start with the daily. Right, I want to find trend on the daily. Okay, first thing I notice, depending on how you draw your ascending trend line, this could be a break, right? This could be a break of trend line, right? There was a break of the ascending trend line here. Or, right, this just could just be a bigger trend line, right? So it depends on how you draw your trend line. It also depends on which way you draw your trend line is more relevant. It's more relevant to the charts. Okay, so I do think that this may be the better way to draw the trend line. Why do I say that? Because if you draw it in this way, it is more relevant to the charts, because price came here, bounce, came here, bounce, came here, bounce, came down to the trend line, bounce, missed the trend line a little, bounced, and now it's back at that trend line again. So if we're using this way of drawing the trend line, it is more like it makes more sense to the current charts, right? But if we draw it a different way, which is that other way that I showed you guys to take this part, and this part. Let me see. If you draw your trend line like this, it looks like price has broken and gold is on its way down, right? Okay, so question is, how do you want to draw the trend line? Okay, one is this way, one is this way. You know, when I come and I see charts like this, that is very subjective looking kind of charts, right? Usually what I do is I stay out, right? If you draw a trend line this way, there's going to be 4 touches. 1, 2, 3, and 4. If you draw it this way, it's going to be 4 touches as well. 1, 2, 3, and 4. This part was missed, and this part is coming. Okay, so I can imagine when price is approaching this trend line, or maybe it has already, right? There's going to be a bit of confusion. Price might just move sideways. Okay, so what I'm going to tell you guys right now is that this is very subjective. This drawing the trend line on charts that look like this is super duper subjective, right? Right? I can even draw the trend line in this way. That looks like that looks like price broke this triangle, went up, and now is back to retest that triangle, and here you get up. Okay, so how do I want to draw the trend line? I much prefer drawing it this way because it's more relevant, like, right? Okay, give me a sec. Why it's so important to establish the trend line is because depending on how you draw it, you will be looking for a sell entry or a buy entry, right? But I think I much prefer drawing it this way and looking for a buy entry, because trend lines are supposed to be a guiding principle. It's just there to guide you. It shouldn't weigh too much on your decision, okay? You're supposed to use it to find trend, okay? In this case where it is confusing you because different traders will draw it differently, and there's no right or wrong. It's just which way of trading is more effective in analyzing the chart. Okay, so in this case, let's just take out the support and resistance. Let's take away the trend line, because the trend line it's just too much conflicting information with the trend line. Let's just use support and resistance, and let's just pull out some horizontal levels. Okay. Price is at a support. Okay. Price came here 3 times before. 1, 2, 3. Did whatever it want to do. Came back the 4th time and kind of bounced. Okay. If it comes here the 5th time, I do expect it to bounce again. There's, at least at this current point of time, there's no reason for me to believe that price is going to break. Okay. The next resistance is here. I think this chart is just super duper choppy, right? I would have called like a short buy from here to here. Okay, I would have called a short buy from here to here, but at this current point of time, price is kind of like in the middle, so it's not really. I don't really see any buy or sell opportunity that is very probable at this current point of time. I do feel like if you get in now, it would be gambling because there's not much information. Okay, but then again, this is a daily chart. Let's go down to the 4 hours to see what the 4 hours is saying. Okay, 4 hours is saying a totally different thing. 4 hours, I do see a very obvious descending trend line. Okay, see the problem? Problem is that descending trend line might be breaking, might or might not be breaking. If it breaks, I immediately have a bias that there's bullish momentum in with gold. Okay, if it does not break, it looks like it's breaking already. I mean, the candle hasn't closed, so we cannot really, it's too soon to say. Okay, if it does not break, can continue with that downtrend. I think what we can do is pull out the Ichimoku at this current point of time, because Ichimoku is a very good indication for trend reversal. Okay, with the conversion line crossing the baseline, there is some bullish momentum at this current point of time. Let me see if I can get anything for you guys. I do want you guys to leave this webinar with at least some trades for today. But if I go through the charts and I really just don't see anything, it wouldn't be responsible for me to share like trades, because you guys might want to get in, right? Okay, let me see. Honestly, nothing much, right? There's nothing much. I do think price is moving on a downtrend. Doesn't look like the trend has broken yet. It doesn't look like trend has broken yet. So what I can say is, just give me a sec to analyze this. Give me a moment. Okay, honestly, no obvious trade with gold either. I really don't see anything with gold. Bounce off the 50%. Going back up. Is it gonna drop from here? Okay, I do think price is at a resistance, right? I do think price is at a resistance. But if I were to call a sell from here, it wouldn't be a very confident sell. It would just be a very weak bias. So I don't think we should get into this. Okay, let's look at something else, right? Let's not waste time. We still have a half an hour. Hopefully in this half an hour, we can find something probable. At this point of time, if we are playing the continuation, if we are looking for a continuation strategy, if we're using the continuation strategy, I don't think this is a very clear one. So usually how I use the continuation strategy is I need to find a trend first, right? So with gold, I do see a downtrend. Okay, I do see a downtrend. So usually when I find the downtrend, I wait for that pullback and I enter here for the sell. I want to continue playing the sell. The problem is right now is it is moving in a downtrend. It looks like it pulled back already and it's supposed to continue in that sell. But right here, it looks like bearish momentum has lost. It looks like gold is losing bearish momentum. Okay, because look at it. It looks like bearish momentum is losing. So it makes me feel like it's not going to continue going down, especially since I pulled out Ichimoku. I'm sure if I pull out the RSI, yeah, there's just bullish momentum right now. So I don't know if that bullish momentum is strong enough to do an entirely trend reversal, or is this just a pullback? Okay, it's not very clear. The pullback that I would have much prefer playing would have been this one. This I would have entered here for the sell, right? I would have entered here for the sell. Okay, and it was supposed to push it down, but looks like bearish momentum has weakened, and it seems like price is having a hard time pushing this down. Okay, so I'm not gonna get into this continuation. Instead, we should look for another pair that is probable. Okay, Nasdaq. We can try Nasdaq US 100 and see if we can find anything probable. Oh no. Okay, Nasdaq moving on a downtrend. I think this downtrend looks a bit clearer. It's a bit more clearer than gold. There's probably a descending channel, right? Looks like there's a descending channel. Okay, although the channel doesn't look that great, right? I do acknowledge that it is moving on a downtrend. Okay, because it's going on a downtrend, what I want to do next, just like gold, I'm supposed to, ideally, I want to look for a sell entry. I want to wait for a pullback and then get in on the sell entry. And this would have been a very nice pullback, right? Price is moving down, it pulled back, you get in on the pullback and you play the continuation, right? It looks like it's already moving. Looks like the pullback has already happened. So let's try to see if we can get another pullback. Okay, let's see if we can get another pullback. At this current point of time, the only pullback that's very obvious to me is if, right, is if right now price is at a support. Okay, price is at a support. It looks like it's breaking that support. If price breaks the support, right, if it breaks the support, I want to let it continue moving down. I want to wait for price to come back to this support and then I get in on that continuation. Okay. Let me see how strong this support is. Let me see if this Fibonacci confluence lining up on this charts. It's too far away. It's not gonna work. Okay, if that happens, where do you want to play it to? You can play it to your next zone. This is your next. Is that your next one? Yep, looks like that's the next one. Okay. The only way I'll get in on this continuation is if, again, price breaks this. I don't know if it breaks, if it's just going to shoot down. Okay, we are going to let price decide. Or is it going to just move slightly and then come back? When it comes back, I'm going to enter for that sell. Okay, why I don't think it's just going to shoot down? Because usually price pulls back a little at the 127.2. Okay, usually what we have noticed is that price tends to pull back at the 127.2. So this is called the Nike tick strategy, right? Usually based on back testing, we expect price to come down to this area, pull back, and then you can get in on that continuation. Okay, so that is the only thing I see with US 30. Okay, especially on the 4 hours. Let me see if I can find anything else on the daily. Oh, sorry, on the 1 hour. Okay. Nope. It's fine. Okay, wait for the break. Break and close, okay? Price needs to come down, break this area, come down, do whatever it wants to do, come back and retest this area. When it retests, okay, this is going to be your first resistance already. This is going to be a resistance. It's not going to be a support anymore. When it retests, okay, what you are looking for at the retest is reversal candlesticks patterns, okay? For those who don't know what this is, I won't be able to explain to you because that's a totally whole topic on its own, right? That's going to be so time consuming if I explain all these patterns to you. Okay, so if price comes back and retests the first resistance and you see a reversal candlestick pattern at the first resistance, and at the same time you also see Fibonacci levels lining up at this first resistance, you should be good for a sell. Okay, so this is a chart you want to look out for a sell, but it's not right now. You need to let price break and retest. Okay, only get in at the retest, right? Get in at the retest and the confirmation here. You can play it to the 127.2. Put your stop loss really tight. Can put your stop loss maybe here, right? Can put it here above that swing high area, above that pullback area, and play it to this area. So that would be at least, right, at least a 1-to-1 kind of trade, or 1-to-1.5. Okay, that's actually not too bad. That's actually not too bad. Okay, obviously it's gonna be moving on a downtrend for Ichimoku. Stochastics won't be able to say much because for this trade we're waiting for the break and the retest. Okay, I think at this current point of time, there's no reason for me to believe that the downtrend has stopped. There's no reason for me to believe, especially on the bigger time frame, that the bearish momentum has stopped. So I do believe it's going to be a sell. Okay. This is mostly for scalpers, by the way, because I am charting on the 1 hour. I am charting on the 1 hour. Okay. Take note, the entry might be in a few hours. It might just be your next candle. It doesn't, I'm not sure. We need to let the charts decide for itself. Okay. I do think it's a sell. I think you can sell it to minimally the 127.2. Let me see if anything else is lining up with that 127.2 area. Okay. There is confluence in this area. Okay. So it makes me think that price will come here and reverse from here. Okay. But on its way down, do I see anything else? Nope. So I don't see any reason why price will have a hard time getting to 11438. Okay. Yeah, we'll see if this plays out, right? 11438. It's right here. I don't see why price won't be able to get to this area, but you need to wait for the break and the retest to get in. Okay, the break and the retest on top of that, combined with the candlesticks pattern, is your double, triple confirmation for a probable trade. You don't want to get into 100 trades. You only want to get into a few trades that are probable. Okay, we got a request from Jacob. CADCHF. Let's see if we find anything good. I hope we find something good, right? I do hope we find something good. First things first, price is moving in an uptrend, at least in this area. Okay, so there is bullish momentum at this current point of time. Has the bullish momentum ended? Hopefully not, because we want to now get in for a buy. Okay, let's pull out our Fibonacci levels to see where the probable areas of price stopping or reversing. Okay, it broke the 23.6. 23.6 is not relevant to us anymore. Let's see if anything lines up with 38.2. Okay, 38.2 kind of lines up with this area. This horizontal pullback area. It kind of lines up with it. Not the best, but yes, it does line up. Let's see if there's a projection here. Sorry, probably can take it from the swing high. There is a slight projection. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of everything else. Okay, the area in focus right now is this area. Okay, so any other levels that is not that area, we're gonna get rid of it so that the charts is cleaner and we don't get confused. Did I get rid of? Yeah. So we don't get confused. We want a clean chart. We want clean and tidy chart to work with. Okay, so this is the area in view right now. Okay, I want to see if I can get more Fibonacci levels lining up there. The more Fibonacci lining up in the exact same area or the same, the exact same area, the stronger that area is in terms of support and resistance. And that means the harder price it will be harder for price to break, right? If there's so much barrier happening there, that means price is going to get there and reverse. Okay, let me see if I can find more levels lining up there. It's probably going to be a 50% lining up there. Nope. Okay, 61.8. Fair enough. 61.8 lining up there. Let me see if I pull it down. Probably a 50%. Okay, I do think this is a confluent area. So we're gonna highlight this area to take note of. When price gets to this area, there's a very high chance price is going to reverse from here. Okay, take note. For CAD, CHF, price is moving. We are biased that price is moving in an uptrend. Okay, and a current uptrend. Therefore, we are looking for a buy entry because we want to follow that trend. We want to play the continuation. Okay. The problem is when you're playing continuation, you're looking to get in at the pullback. You don't know where price is going to pull back to. It can just pull back to here and stop. It could just reverse from here. It could be here. It could be anywhere, right? But using Fibonacci and technical analysis, you can kind of forecast where you think the pullback will happen. Okay, along the way to this area, I don't see any other area that has a strong enough support to resist price from continuing with its downtrend. Okay, so I think this area, this area that I've highlighted is a strong support area. So other than this area, I don't think price is going to reverse. I do think there is a chance price is going to keep moving down until it reaches area, and then the reversal will happen from here. Okay, so only get in for this buy if price gets to this area. Okay, this is not for the scalpers or the day traders anymore because I found this on the daily charts. Usually I use the daily charts as a reference when I go to the smaller time frames, but at this point in time I saw this on the daily chart, so I cannot ignore this. That there's confluence in this area. So for the daily charts, this is for the scalpers out there who are joining our the swing traders. The swing traders who are joining our webinar, when price pulls back to this area, this Fibonacci confluence area, you can consider getting in for a buy until back to the swing high, minimally back to the swing high. Okay, on a very conservative note, you can play it back to the swing high. Okay, if not, if price gets here, if price gets here, you don't see a reversal pattern again, do not get into the trade for the buy. Okay, if price gets here and you see a super red full body candle breaking this area, do not get in for the buy. Okay, that is your signal that price is not going up anymore. It has broken its area. This area has nothing on price, right? It's not affecting price in any way. That's why price breaks it and continue going lower. Okay, so what you want to do is wait for price to get here, wait for the reversal pattern, and then get in. Okay, take note that price might not want to get here. Okay, price could just reverse from here if it wants to, right? Price can do whatever it wants, but right now we're only forecasting that it will get here. Only if it gets here, the forecast is it's a buy. Okay, if it doesn't get here, if it reverses from here, then that's fine. Just take it as you miss the trade, right? Do not force it. You do not want to force trades. Okay, so that's on the daily. Let's see what the 4 hours is saying in case we can somehow, we might be able to find a trade that might happen sooner, right? Let me get rid of all these drawings first. Okay, the 4 hours. I want to find you guys a trade that's going to happen right now, but sometimes charts just, price is just in the middle of nowhere and it's really hard. Okay. Let me see if there's an uptrend. Interesting. Looks like there was a break of that trend, right? Okay. On the bigger time frame, on the daily, take note that there might be a buy here. On the 4 hours, there might be a sell. Okay? You might be able to enter for a sell. like from this area right now. Okay, why I'm saying this is because this is a support area. Price has broken it. Price has broken the ascending trend line, right? Price has broken this ascending trend line, which is indicating that there is bullish momentum and a possibility of trend reversal. Okay, the trend reversal could just be until here, and then you enter for that buy, right? Let me see if I can find more things to support that this could be a possible sell until this area. Okay. Let's pull out the indicators. Let's pull out the indicators and see what they say. For sure, there's bearish momentum at this current point of time. The bearish momentum is so strong. Right? Okay, there's even a break of Ichimoku. Okay, let's just look at Ichimoku first. Let's just get rid of this. Let's minimize this. Okay, and look at the current. Sorry guys, I know the chart looks very messy, but we need to keep those other lines. Maybe we can try to get rid of this so that the chart looks less messy. I personally am someone who is not able to see information if the chart is too messy. That's why I'm constantly cleaning up the charts. Because for someone like me who's been trading for so long, right? I've been trading for so many years, and like all these lines still sometimes messes with my train of thoughts. I think it's better to just clean up your charts. Okay. Okay. I do think it's a sell. Price has recently broke Ichimoku. So for those who have been attending my webinars, you know how much I love to use Ichimoku, right? You know how when price crosses the Ichimoku cloud, you see this beautiful entire uptrend. It happens all the time with Ichimoku, right? It happens all the time. This was a fake out. That's totally fine. This was a fake out. But when it happens very beautifully. Price was moving sideways here, so Ichimoku doesn't work well. Ichimoku does not work well with markets that are moving sideways, okay? It's only for trending markets. So every time price breaks the cloud, you can see it just shoots down in that direction, okay? So that happens a lot with Ichimoku. So right now, we're at a break of the Ichimoku cloud. Okay, on top of that, the blue line has crossed the red line. So this blue line is called the conversion line, and it has crossed the baseline. Whenever the blue line crosses the red line to the downside, it is indicating bearish momentum. Okay, whenever price crosses the cloud, it is indicating a possible trend reversal. Okay, that is with Ichimoku, a possible trend reversal. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys right now, I am quite confident with this sell. Okay, I'm quite confident with this sell. Let me see if there's anything stopping me from getting in on this sell. I need to know what is telling me it's not a sell, right? Again, only get in if you agree with my analysis. Don't get in if you don't agree with my analysis. Okay, price is at a resistance approaching a support, but not yet on the stochastic. So this may not be relevant. Okay, stochastics may not be relevant. With the MACD, okay, with the MACD, can you see that bearish momentum is increasing? Right? Right here, bearish momentum was just this tiny little thing. It got bigger, and now it got even bigger. Okay, so there is a lot of people selling. There is a lot of bearish pressure at this kind of point of time. I'm quite confident with this sell. There's enough things telling me that it's a sell, right? Breakout of trend line, breakout of Ichimoku, a lot of bearish pressure exists present. Let me see, break of this horizontal support area. The next support will be here. So you can consider getting in on this from here to here, right? you can consider getting in on this sell from this area, which is 76212 to 75389. Okay, you can consider getting in on this. Where do you put your stop loss? Okay, let's see where is the most probable stop loss. Probable stop loss means that it's very difficult for price to get there. Okay, I don't see one unless you put it here. Yeah, there's no way price is gonna get there until like tomorrow or something, right? Or next year or something. Okay, I think just put it on top. Just put it slightly above your entry, okay? Or just slightly above this little move here. Okay, why am I putting the stop loss so close? Because if you are wrong, you want to get it wrong fast, right? You want to get out of this trade fast, right? You want to get out of this trade fast, and then you want to go look for another trade to recuperate. Okay, so just put your stop loss tight so that if you are wrong, if price really just goes back here, then okay, fine, that's fine. It's not a downtrend. Okay, but at this current point of time, there's enough indication that it is a downtrend. Okay, oh look, it's pulling back. It's getting very close to our entry, right? The closer it gets to this entry, the better, right? That means your entry will be even better and better. So I do think that this is a probable sell. Okay, I do think this is a probable sell. Nothing so far. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't be a probable sell. Okay. One more thing I like to check. This is mostly for scalpers. Okay. Okay. So I sometimes go to currency strength meter. Okay. This website kind of tells you what the currency strength is at this current point of time. Okay, it can change every 15 minutes or something. Every time we refresh, it may be different. Okay, that's why it is more for scalpers, right? Okay, even the currency strength meter is supporting our argument that this is sell. Okay, because we are shorting the CAD. We're selling the CAD, right? So you can see that CAD has weakness right now. So it is in alignment with our sell, and CHF is super strong right now. So it is possible. This is possible. This sell is possible, as even if you're using other things to confirm it. Okay. Yep. Okay, I have 5 more minutes. I probably have enough time to go through one more charts. Do you guys have any more requests? I like that you requested CADCHF because it's not a US pair, right? So US pair, they usually sometimes it's whack. Love US pairs, but sometimes it's whack. Sometimes they make you a lot. Sometimes it goes crazy. Okay, so let's find one more pair. I'm gonna leave this there. Leave that there. Okay. CHF JPY. We can do CHF JPY if you guys want. All right, another Ichimoku break on CHF JPY. I didn't mean to do this. I didn't mean to use Ichimoku, but I didn't turn it off on the last one. Let me show you guys how well Ichimoku works. Break of cloud, blue above red. It just moves in one direction. Break of cloud, blue below red. It moves in one direction. There was a pullback here, but the direction was still correct, right? So I love Ichimoku cloud breaks because it may be an indication of the new trend. Okay, here price was moving sideways, so Ichimoku does not work on sideways market. If we pull back even more, break of cloud, continue in that direction. Break of cloud, continue in that direction. Moving sideways, Ichimoku wouldn't have been useful, but a lot of times you see that when there's a break of cloud with Ichimoku, it is indicating the new direction that price is moving to. Okay, this is just based on probability, right? Based on back testing, like out of 10 times, how many times does the Ichimoku work in the same manner? I would say I have back tested on multiple charts and multiple time frames. Ichimoku doesn't work on sideways market. Okay, so if you see sideways market, immediately do not even think about using Ichimoku. But when you see markets are trending nicely like this, it's going up, now it's going down, just moving nicely in one direction, you can consider using Ichimoku. So out of a lot of back testing I've tested with Ichimoku, I found that Ichimoku worked well this way, maybe 7 or 8 times out of 10. Okay, so the probability of it working in this way is quite high, and therefore we can consider using this strategy here as well, because based on probability there is a high chance of it being accurate. Okay, so let's consider getting in on a buy entry with this, right? Let's see if we can find a buy entry with this. This is that is the 4 hours. I do think there is bullish momentum. I just can't find nice levels to get into for that entry, right? Because we need like something to tell us where price is going to reverse to, right? Let me see if I can find anything to get in on this buy. I mean, probably not on this time frame. We might even be able to go down on an even smaller time frame. Okay, let's stick with the 15 minutes. Okay, we've got something for scalpers today. We've got for day traders, and we've got some for swing traders as well. Okay, so if it pulls back closer to this area, which is the 23.6 area, you can consider, sorry, that's not 26, 38.2. Right, let me see if there's small confluences here. Okay, not really, man, not really. If anything, the confluence is here. The entry for the buy might just be here right now. Possible it might just be here right now. On a very small time frame, at least. On a very small time frame, there's confluence here. I've already done that. Okay. Let me see. Where do we get in for this buy? I want to play this bullish momentum, just not sure where to get in for the buy. Just let me try to find an entry. Give me a sec, guys. 130. Okay, guys. Nothing very clear. Okay. If you want to get in on this buy, you can wait for the pullback. I mean, there's nothing very clear at this current point of time, right? There's no pullback area that's very clear at this current point of time. So all I can say is that if you want to play that Ichimoku breakout, which is another strategy that I have played before, you can consider getting it on the pullback at one of these levels. So at either the 23.6 or the 38.2 or the 50%. Okay. I think the entry for this pullback is not very probable, but nothing is lining up, so I can't really find you guys an exact entry. Like, I can't pinpoint exactly where the best entry would be, but I am a bit more confident with this buy entry, right? Okay, where do you buy it to? You can play the buy all the way to this area, right? To this area at least. You can play the buy all the way to that area and have your stop loss slightly. I mean, depends where you get in as well, right? Wait for the pullback and your stop loss should be here. Okay, so your entry can range from anywhere from here to here. Okay, if you want to patiently wait for that, you can. I personally won't. I prefer just waiting for the other few trades that we analyzed earlier on. Okay, thank you guys. That's all I have for you guys today. I will catch you guys next week on Monday when we do our market updates. Have a nice weekend ahead, and I hope you guys get something out of this webinar today. Thanks, Jacob. Thanks, Mama. Thanks, Bart. Thanks. I don't know who else is in attendance. Again, guys, since we moved to YouTube Live, I can't really see who joins the webinar unless you guys say hi, right? Again, YouTube is not the only platform we have. We also have, some of you are also talking to me here on Facebook. Some of you are talking to me from Vantage, right? So I'll catch you guys next week. Hopefully this lag problem is improved next week when we move to Zoom. I still don't know if we're moving to Zoom. You guys wait for Vantage's email, right? And they will update you guys. Okay, bye guys. Thanks so much for attending.